Hello, my name is Jeff Hofert. I'm the Senior Vice President and General Manager of ESAB's North American equipment business. As the world's largest producer of welding consumables and equipment, ESAB is committed to the development of new methods to meet the challenges of the welding and cutting industry presented by technological progress.
State-of-the-art technologies, innovative business strategies, behind the scenes, insights from cutting-edge users around the globe on World Business Review.
Welcome to World Business Review. I'm Norman Schwarzkopf. For many years, welding and cutting have played an integral part in the metal fabricating industry. But like most industries, fabrication has had to change and develop new technologies to meet the demands of competition in the global market. Here to discuss these changes is Jeff Hofert, Senior Vice President and General Manager for ESAB's North America equipment business. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you, and it's great to be here.
Many consumers may not realize how ubiquitous welding and cutting is in the manufacturing process. What are some examples of how welding and cutting technologies are used in today's fabrication industry?
ESAB serves practically every manufacturing company that's involved in the cutting and welding of materials. ESAB's mission is to provide innovative solutions to these customers. Some examples of that is the automobile industry in the manufacturing of cars, in the transportation industry, in the fabrication of rail cars and tractor trailers, military equipment, bridges, and buildings that we work in.
What do you see as the most significant advancement in welding fabrication in recent years?
Well, this year, ESAB introduced something we called hybrid laser welding. It's probably the most revolutionary type of welding that's been introduced in the last several decades in the welding industry. We've done this research in combination with our partner company, PLS Systems. We've taken a high-powered laser system and combined it with a conventional gas metal arc welding system. Taking these two systems together allows us to achieve some phenomenal things relative to welding speeds and also weld quality.
For more, let's go to this World Business Review field report.
Assisting the construction, alternative energy, and general fabrication industries with innovative technology, ESAB introduces the HLX series, a mechanized laser welding system improving productivity and quality for fabricators.
The benefits are deep penetration, small spot size, so low heat input, very high welding speed. The laser actually stabilizes the gas metal arc process so that you can weld at much higher speeds than gas metal arc could do on its own.
This technology can potentially reduce labor content by 30 to 50% and cut filler metal costs by as much as 90% over traditional methods.
Today a fabricator has to look at the total volume, what it's costing him for quality, what it's costing him for productivity. If he's trying to expand his business, can he get the people he needs to put out more product, because he can't make the product any faster, the process will only go so fast. Now that we have the flexibility of a fiber laser, now that we have a control system that can adequately measure and respond to slight changes, that fabricator now can put a system that can increase his output by as much as a factor of 10 using the same parts that he already has.
For World Business Review, I'm Christopher Thomas reporting.
Jeff, how will this new welding technology affect the average fabricator?
I think in the next 5 or 10 years, the average fabricator is going to have to totally relook at the way that they look at manufacturing. This new process will allow them to achieve speeds 4, 5, 6 times faster than what they're used to welding today. The quality that they're used to today will be vastly superior with this new welding process. I believe that you will see substantial improvement in cost relating to much lower cost to the consumer at large.
Do you have any concerns about this new technology?
Yes, sir, I do. My biggest concern about the new technology is that American fabricators will not implement the technology quick enough, and that other parts of the world will take the technology and put it into their manufacturing processes sooner than we will.
Why do you think they don't do it quicker?
I think it's just because of the reluctance to change, the element of risk that's always involved in the change environment.
But there's an element of being left behind also.
Absolutely, and that's my biggest concern, because fabricators that take this technology that we've talked about today and implement it will have a distinct advantage over their competition.
You know what a significant role welding has played in the armed forces. Can you give us some examples?
Yes, sir. Several examples. The USS Cole back in 2000, when it was damaged by terrorists, ESAB was there with welding equipment and filler metals to repair the damage. Also with the USS Ronald Reagan, all the material for the aircraft was cut on ESAB cutting machines and then welded together with welding equipment produced by ESAB and the filler metals. Also in Iraq today, we have manual cutters that we've shipped there to our troops. They're using to cut armored plate so they can protect themselves in their vehicles and their housing units.
And that armored plate has saved thousands of men's and women's legs and arms and life.
Yes, sir.
I also saw recently that the Cole was back in full service again. That's miraculous, and I can't imagine welding and cutting while you got this giant ship floating around in the water. I mean, it's one of those things that sort of boggles your mind.
Very much so. Mine too.
How are welding and cutting companies contributing to the education of our young people?
You know, welding for years has had a reputation of being a dirty process. But today, welding has come a long, long ways. You know, TV shows such as Monster Garage and Jesse James, they've been able to use welding right on TV, live, and they've been able to create some very interesting things. Also, we're working with the American Welding Society and the Edison Welding Institute to work with other trade schools across the country. By 2010, it's estimated that over 200,000 welders will be needed in our country. So education is a very important thing for us.
Well, it's certainly interesting to see the number of young people you have working on welding their own equipment and their, basically their automobile to begin with. There's, and there's a huge industry right there, isn't there?
Yes, sir, there is, very much so.
Well, thank you very much. That's fascinating information you've given us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Until next time, for World Business Review, I'm Norman Schwarzkopf.